This is my brand new Insta360 One RS, and if you're looking for a rugged camera, then this is a definitely good option for you. First off, the Insta360 One RS can take amazing photos. It's as good as an iPhone 14 Pro Max. It can go from 9 megapixels to 12 megapixels, all the way up to 48 megapixels. So the pictures on this are amazing. Now, the videos are also amazing. They can be 1080p, 2.7K, and for me, I got the 4K booster, so you can get 4K, and they can all film in 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, and 25 frames per second. So the camera quality of the photos and the videos is really good. The Insta360 has two features. One, a high dynamic range for video and high dynamic range for photos. So you can either do the standard photo mode and standard video mode, or you can do high dynamic range photos and high dynamic range videos. The One RS also has many different options to film in. For example, we mentioned 4 of them already: photo, high dynamic range photo; video, high dynamic range video. But there are more. There's also starry, which makes it so you can point it at the sky and watch as a star time lapse. There's also time lapse, slow motion, and even loop. There's a bunch of other ones. I didn't even mention all of them. There's even more that you can choose from. So if you want to film in a bunch of different ways, you can do that on the One RS. On all the different ways you can film that I just mentioned, all of them you can do 4K except slow motion. Slow motion you can do 2.7K, which is still pretty good, but not as good as 4K, but it's still good. And on slow motion you can make it so it can go pretty slow. So if I just throw water in the air, like for example, that's what I'm doing right now, it can go pretty slow, so you can see the water just going up and then slowly coming down. That's pretty cool. The One RS's audio quality sounds pretty good for a rugged camera. It's not too bad, but it's not as good as your smartphone. But again, a rugged camera is not going to be as good as your smartphone, but still, the audio quality is good. Probably one of the biggest features on the One RS is the fact that it's modular. Let me show you. So this is the battery. Boom. Now I can just take it apart, and then that's the camera. Boom. And I can go from just normal mode, like having it like that, to vlogger mode, where I can turn the screen around and then have the camera so I can actually see what I'm looking at. And you can get different parts for this camera. So there's a 360 version, and what the 360 version is a 360 camera that you can attach and then take the 4K booster off and then put it back on, and all of a sudden you have a 360 camera while also being able to swap it out and put back the 4K, so you can have a better filming 4K and a 360 in one camera. And then you can get a second battery just in case you need a second one because you're going into a long camping trip. So you can get different parts because it's modular. That is probably the best feature out of all of them. Let's talk about the battery life. So it's a pretty good battery life. You may know I went on a 2-week trip, and that entire time of me filming and taking pictures, I only had to recharge it 3 times. So it uses USB-C, by the way, so it charges only 3 times, and it's just a great battery life. It has a 1,445 milliwatt power battery, so it's a pretty good battery for being a rugged camera. If you have the 360 camera, you can get a selfie stick because it comes with it. You can get it like this, and the selfie stick will disappear because it has its own app, and the AI can edit the selfie stick out so it can make like it's just floating. That is super cool. But let's talk about the app. So what the app is it's called the Insta360 app, and once you connect your camera, you can control it. So say I put it all the way on the other side of the yard. I can control it on my phone, how much I want it to zoom, if I want it to be 4K or 1080p, how many frames per second, 30 is the best, but how many frames per second I want it to be, and you can just basically control the camera from super far away with your phone. Now, there's other features with the app. The app also has it so you can edit videos, but a cool feature with the editing videos is you can put the videos that you took onto this and then let AI analyze it and then have it sync the videos to the music, so it can basically edit your videos for you. It's just super duper cool. I love it. I love using that feature. And finally, it can help you learn how to use your camera. So when I first got it, I didn't know how to use it, but the One Insta360 app helped me learn how to use it, and now I'm super good at using it. On high dynamic range video, it can zoom in pretty far. Let me show you. So let's zoom into that tree. So let's zoom in. And that's a pretty good zoom for what it does, and for being a little camera. Hey there, it's pretty good. Now the version I got was the 4K booster, but I also got a pack with it. So if you order it a certain way, you can get a bundle. So for me, I got a 64 gigabyte storage for the camera, micro SSD. But then not only that, I got a selfie stick, and it can become bigger. It's always a little bit difficult, but you can make it bigger. See? Big. And then it also came with a case for the camera. So when I grab my camera, I just slide it in and then close it, and then it locks up. And now I have a case for it. Now this case leading me onto the next part, that it is waterproof. It's up to pretty deep. I'm not remember exactly. I think it's like 6 meters. It's pretty deep. So this camera can go underwater with the case, but I haven't tried using it without the case, but I'm pretty sure it might be fine. Oh my goodness. I just don't want to trust it and ruin my camera. So this case makes it so it's waterproof, so you can film underwater in 4K and HDR. That is just cool. That concludes today's Tech and Gadgets for You video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. I'm going to be doing a video of me versus Insta360's AI editing, because I went on a 2-week trip, you may know, and I'm going to be using that to see which video comes out better. It's going to have videos and pictures in it. I'm going to see who does a better job of doing like a travel, for me, a travel vlog, and for the Insta360 editing software, it's going to do like just a showcase, like basically a slideshow. So let's see how it does. That'll be the next video, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I dropped the camera on purpose. That was funny.